Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a close look at mobile surveillance, but something specific, something described as rugged, intelligent, and always on guard. Okay. We're talking about the AlphaVision Guard Box Pro. Our goal here is simple. Unpack this thing, figure out what makes it tick, what this enterprise grade really means, and, why it might matter for you.
And that why it matters part, it's pretty critical right now. Think about those really demanding spots, maybe off-grid places, construction sites out in the middle of nowhere, utility infrastructure, that kind of thing. Securing them, always a challenge, logistically, financially. But AI is really changing the surveillance landscape. Systems like this GuardBox Pro aren't just like an incremental update. They're actually rethinking autonomous security. So yeah, we'll dig into the core benefits and how it tackles those specific problems.
All right, let's get right into it then. So at its core, this AlphaVision Guard Box Pro, it's not just another camera, right? It's pitched as a comprehensive sort of all-in-one mobile surveillance unit.
Exactly. All-in-one is key. And it's built specifically for those tough locations where you need top performance,
Okay.
but maybe you don't have easy power access or security staff walking around 24/7.
Okay.
What's really interesting, I think, is the shift it represents, moving from just recording stuff after it happens
Reactive, yeah.
to being proactive.
Yeah.
It promises threat detection, real-time deterrence, actually stopping things and giving you this unparalleled operational awareness while it's all going down.
Okay.
So if you need that really robust standalone security and maybe traditional setups are just not feasible, well, this system is aimed squarely at that need.
Okay, so let's unpack that promise. How does it actually do all that? Let's tick through some of the main benefits they highlight. First up, comprehensive situational awareness. Getting rid of blind spots, that sounds good. Uses dual cameras, apparently.
Two cameras integrated.
Then there's this proactive AI monitoring, not just motion detection, but autonomous AI agents working all the time, reducing the human workload.
Right. That's a big one. The AI does the heavy lifting, the constant watching.
And if it spots something, instant deterrence. Has a built-in speaker. A loud one.
A very loud one, yeah. High decibel IP speaker for warnings or communication.
Plus, it's tough. Built for harsh environments. They mention IP66 and IP67 ratings. That's pretty serious water and dust protection, right?
Well, yeah. That means it can handle some pretty extreme conditions. Dust storms, heavy rain, powerful water jets even. It's sealed up tight.
And finally, deployment. Compact design, all in one. It takes different power inputs, PoE and DC.
Correct. PoE. PoE plus SAN standard DC makes installation flexible. You don't need separate power runs necessarily.
So why do these things matter in practice, like reduced human oversight? Why is that such a big deal for, say, a remote pipeline?
Well, think about the cost. Sending patrols out to remote areas is expensive, very expensive, and often those patrols are infrequent. AI offers constant vigilance without that recurring human cost. It frees up your people for, response or higher level tasks. It massively cuts operational expenses, especially for sites that are just inherently difficult to reach or monitor continuously.
Okay, that makes sense. And the ruggedness, those IP ratings.
It's about reliability.
Yeah.
In places like construction sites or deserts or coastal areas, equipment takes a beating. Dust, water, impacts. The standard camera might just fail. IP6667 means this unit is designed to keep working through that. It ensures uptime when you need it most. So this mix of autonomy and sheer toughness, it really does make you ask, how does this change the equation for securing difficult spots? It makes you rethink what's possible.
Yeah, it really does shift the paradigm. Okay, but that performance has to come from somewhere. Let's talk about the hardware. What's actually inside this box?
Absolutely. The hardware is pretty impressive. Let's start with the cameras. You've got a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, zoom. It's 4 megapixels, which is good resolution, but the key is the 25x optical zoom.
25 times, wow.
Yeah, that lets you get really clear, detailed views of things far away. And it has auto-tracking, so it can follow a person or vehicle automatically. Plus, 100 meters of IR infrared night vision and smart intrusion prevention. That helps filter out, animals or swaying trees, reducing false alarms.
Okay, that's the zoom camera. What else?
There's also an 8 megapixel, 180-degree panoramic camera. This uses 2 lenses stitched together seamlessly, so you get this ultra-wide view covering a huge area without any gaps.
A full 180 degrees.
Nice. And it uses something called ColorHunter technology, which basically means it provides full-color images even in very low light, 1047. Big improvement over grainy black and white night vision. It also has strong WDR wide dynamic range, about 130 dB, to handle tricky lighting, like bright sunlight and deep shadows in the same scene. And it's IK10 rated for vandal resistance. built tough.
Okay, cameras covered, but you mentioned deterrence. This is where it gets really active, right? The speaker.
Exactly. It's not just watching. It has a 30-watt IP speaker capable of hitting 130 decibels.
130 dB, that's incredibly loud, like a jet engine loud.
It's extremely loud, designed to be heard clearly over long distances or noisy environments for automated warnings or even live two-way talk down.
And visually.
High visibility LED strip lights. They can flash or light up, adding another layer of deterrence, making its presence known, especially at night. It signals, hey, this area is monitored.
So it sees, it hears, it talks back, and it lights up.
Pretty much. And it's worth noting they partner with Axis, so there are options to integrate other cameras too, showing some expandability. But the main thing is how these pieces work together. The cameras detect, the AI analyzes, and the speaker and lights can intervene. It's a coordinated system.
Which brings us neatly to the AI. They call it an autonomous AI security operations team. That sounds ambitious. Trained on millions of hours of job site data, they say.
Yeah, that training data is key. It means the AI isn't just generic. It's supposedly tuned to understand the specific context of, say, a construction site versus a parking lot. Different patterns, different risks.
Okay, so break down these AI agents for us. There's an AI inspector.
Right. Think of the AI inspector as your automated patrol guard. It uses the PTZ camera to follow preset routes, scanning for specific things you define, maybe looking for people in restricted areas after hours or checking if safety equipment is present. It also has sentry mode. If it sees something potentially interesting, even off its patrol route, it can proactively zoom in for a better look.
So it's constantly scanning, patrolling virtually. What about the AI virtual guard?
That's the reactive part, the deterrence agent. If the inspector or any detection rule flags something suspicious like someone climbing a fence, the virtual guard kicks in. It uses that powerful speaker to issue automated warnings. Warning, you are in a restricted area, leave immediately. The idea is to stop the intrusion right there before damage or theft occurs.
An automated shout down, basically.
Essentially, yes. Immediate response without needing a human operator to see the alert and react manually.
Okay, and the third one, AI Investigator.
This is for after an event or just finding things in the recordings.
Oh.
It's an AI evidence retrieval tool. Instead of scrubbing through hours of footage, you can search using natural language.
Like how?
Like, show me all the blue cars that passed the gate yesterday afternoon. Or you could even upload an image, maybe a picture of a specific truck, and ask it to find similar vehicles in the video archive. They mention magic search and access to a global ID database, which suggests it might be able to do some quite sophisticated cross-referencing, perhaps across multiple sites if you have them networked. Makes investigations much faster.
So if I'm running a site, what does this AI suite really give me, practically speaking?
It gives you speed, efficiency, and proactivity. Investigations that took hours now take minutes, maybe seconds. You get patrols happening constantly, tirelessly, without adding headcount. And you get that immediate deterrence, potentially stopping incidents that would otherwise lead to losses or delays. It's like having a super efficient, always-on virtual security team.
That never needs a coffee break.
Exactly. And it processes visual information much faster than a human possibly could, 2004/7. Looking at the bigger picture, this suite really pushes surveillance beyond just recording. It becomes an active, intelligent security system. And that really makes you think, doesn't it, about how this level of autonomy changes security operations, especially in those places that were always hard to cover effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's switch gears slightly to the practical side. Installation, power, that sort of, you mentioned power options.
Right. Very flexible. Standard DC power, 12 or 24 volts, but also power over Ethernet PoE and the higher power PoE plus day. Using PoE means you can run just one network cable to the unit for both data and power. That simplifies installation quite a bit, especially outdoors or up on a pole.
And storage, does it need a separate recorder?
Not necessarily. It has on-device storage, supports microSD cards up to 512 gigabytes, so it can record locally.
Yeah.
Useful for standalone deployments or as a backup.
And durability. We touched on the IP ratings, but what about temperature? These things might be deployed in extreme climates.
Yeah, the temperature range is impressive. They spec it from minus 40 degrees Celsius all the way up to plus 65 degrees Celsius.
Which is what in Fahrenheit?
That's minus 40 Fahrenheit to 149 Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's designed to handle serious cold and serious heat, blizzards or scorching desert sun.
Wow, okay. And how does it play with other systems if I already have a security setup?
It's ONVIF compliant. ONVIF is basically the industry standard protocol for IP security devices. So it should integrate pretty smoothly with most existing third-party VMS, video management systems, or NVRs, network video recorders. You're not necessarily locked into one ecosystem.
Good to know. So given all that, the AI, the ruggedness, the features, where does this thing really fit? What are the ideal use cases?
Well, based on its capabilities, several jump out. Construction sites are a big one. Valuable stuff left overnight, remote locations, harsh conditions. It ticks all the boxes. Remote infrastructure utilities, think substations, pipelines, cell towers. The off-grid capability and autonomy are perfect there. Large parking lots. The wide panoramic view covers a lot of ground, and the AI can monitor for loitering, break-ins, that kind of thing.
Makes sense.
Outdoor events and festivals. Need temporary, rapid deployment security with deterrence? This fits the bill. Agriculture and farming, monitoring large fields, remote barns, often in dusty or wet environments. The ruggedness and wide coverage are key. And definitely transportation and logistics hubs, ports, rail yards, distribution centers. Huge busy areas needing constant monitoring and the ability to investigate incidents quickly.
So seeing those examples really helps crystallize the value, doesn't it? It shows where this kind of specialized autonomous unit fills a gap that maybe traditional CCTV or guards couldn't cover as effectively or affordably.
Precisely. It targets those specific challenging scenarios.
Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive today, the Alpha Vision Guard Box Pro. It really comes across as a seriously robust piece of kit. An AI-powered mobile surveillance unit built for comprehensive autonomous security, specifically designed, it seems, for those tough, demanding environments.
Yeah, that's a good summary. And maybe the final thought to leave people with, considering everything this box can do with its AI,
Yeah.
it really prompts a bigger question, doesn't it? How is this level of intelligent automation going to reshape our whole concept of security management in the near future? How might technologies like this change our expectations for safety, especially in those spaces that were previously just too hard or too expensive to watch over properly? Making them safer, yes, but also smarter.
Food for thought indeed. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Alpha Vision Guard Box Pro. Hopefully you feel better informed, maybe even a bit intrigued about where security tech is headed.